All right, welcome guys. Thank you so much for being here. It is Tuesday, June 15th, 2021. I can't believe we're already halfway through June. OMG, where is it going? So let's start out first with the big announcements. Oh, 22 seconds for my session to be over. I'm glad I caught it just in time. All right, this week's updates to see where you're falling out of 2,194 people. Let's see where we're at. All right, on our big, let's do sponsoring this today first. And we've got big storms coming, so I'm going to talk as fast as I can. And hopefully we will make it in time. All right, so the people that have already sponsored a new consultant this month out of 2,194, we've got Tiara Andrade, way to go, or Andrade. I always mess it up. I wish I knew. If you were on here, you would tell me. Letitia Galloway, Tracy Thompson. Let's see. We got somebody unmuted. 1 second.
No, it's Shayna. I'm trying to tell you her last name.
Oh, what is it?
It's Tiara Andrade.
Andrade. Thank you, Shayna. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Tiara Andrade, Letitia Galloway, Tracy Thompson, Wanda Booth, Heather Schaefer, Sarah Caceres, Michaela Arnett, Jessica Rogers, Kayla Rohrbaugh, and with sponsored two this month, Cassandra Norris. So congratulations to you. On top 10 PRV out of 2,194, we've got 10. 10th place is going to be Superstar Consultant in West Virginia, Catherine Knight. 9th place is Melissa Biza, a Star Consultant in Texas. 8th place, a Director in West Virginia, Cami Bean. 7th place, Mandy Martin, a Star Consultant in West Virginia. 6th place is a Director, Ashley Goebel, West Virginia. 5th place, a Director, Alyssa Hancock in Missouri. 4th place, Superstar Director Sarah Caceres in Virginia. 3rd place, a Director, Amanda Thome in Maryland. I am in 2nd place, and leading the way, I'm Texas, sorry. Leading the way is Director Crystal Newsom in West Virginia. So congratulations to all of you. Oh, Lisa, you're so cute. Okay. So Lisa, I want you to send me a message with your cell phone number and your PWS, please. And I will take care of it for you anyway, since you're on here. Okay, so if you're just joining, I'll quickly say, if you have your phone set as iPhone and I don't know who it is, just like Becky put in there, hey, it's me, Becky. But quickly run to Scented Community or our Chicks with Bricks team page if I happen to be your director, and put your cell phone number and your PWS link, because there is a little extra something special that is happening tonight. And that way I will have that as well. And we're going to keep an active list of everybody who's on here. Hanging tight. So tonight, what we're going to talk about is ways to implement Scentsy summer style. Like, we've got to figure out how to really actively be able to fit Scentsy into your life during the busy summer months. People are traveling, people are going places, you are doing things. And so this is going to be a call where we can brainstorm together. And I want you to collectively think about ways that you could market and who you would target, who you would market to for either parties on the go, or if they're having backyard barbecues, pool parties, what products would you be using? How are you going to keep those summer sales coming? Maybe it's themed style parties that you're doing throughout the month. Maybe that is what you're doing as well, like a fun little barbecue, getting together in small groups, whatever it may be. So first thing I want to talk about, because it's very important, is sampling in the summer. It is difficult, right? You've got to be really careful with your bars, carrying your testers places, making sure your hostesses are educated not to leave them in the car. I don't know about y'all, but here in Texas right now, it is crazy stupid hot. And we are under warnings where they're like, turn your air conditioner to 78. I did my part and I did it to 71 or 72 instead of 68. So I feel like I'm compromising. I turned my porch light off. I'm trying to do my part, but it's difficult because it's hot. I get so stinking hot and I hate to be hot. So it's crazy, ridiculous heat. And so you have to think about the products that you have, where you have them, especially mini fan diffusers right now with the pods. It is so hot in your car. They are melting in people's vehicles and dripping down into things. So you need to make sure that if you are living in an area where it is super hot or you have this crazy heat wave, make sure you're educating your customers, posting in your VIP group that, hey, it's super hot, just be aware of this, because customers really do love tips and tricks from you where they're not being sold to all the time. So if you can, give tips and tricks to people or little fun facts, they absolutely appreciate that. And it helps create that customer loyalty as well. So sampling in the summer, all I do is felt samples. And you can do felt samples a couple of different ways. You can buy the felt from the family store, or you can add it to a party order. They're the little bags of 100 in the little curve shape, and they have Scentsy imprinted. And then you're just going to put them in the little, I call them the little drug bags, but they're not, just because that's what I think of when I see them. They're the tiny little Ziploc bags that you can get at like Hobby Lobby or whatever. Just put your one sample in that. I have noticed though, if you pre-make all of your samples in advance and you start stacking them all together or putting them in one bag with these clear bags, they will blend if you have a lot of scents together and mix. So what you can do is buy, the little miniature small 2x2s, the smell proof. They're a little bit more expensive, but those will last forever and you don't have to worry about the smells ever mixing. Now, if you're like me and in a hurry sometimes, you can, and I think some of you have seen me do this before, but you take oh, look, I just happen to have a cube of wax sitting on my desk. This is how I roll. It's not even in a container. It's just one. Oh, it's Ocean. I love it. You can take a really cute small paring knife from like Pampered Chef or whatever, or Dollar Tree, wherever you get it. And you can start shaving the little wax into little thin slivers. If you don't feel like melting it, put your piece of felt in the little bag with your sliver and let that hot sun melt it while you're mailing it. Let it do the work for you. Let the natural sunshine melt it while it's in transit. I've also purchased round felt circles on Amazon that are way cheaper. So there are options out there where you can get different types of felt where you will be able to mail your scent samples. You can utilize the rub and smell stickers also. Those can be purchased in the family store. You can also add those to a party order. Those are very effective as well. There's something for me though, very powerful about that, the felt samples. It's stronger. When you're getting those fragrances under people's noses, that's what's doing the sell. So keep in mind, even if you are subscribed to Scentsy Club yourself, everything that comes to me in Scentsy Club is for my sample making, for my party packets. I intentionally have that stuff coming in on a regular basis so I can make my washer whiff samples. I can do counter clean samples, dish soap, bathroom cleaner, whatever it may be. And I always sample 3 scents every time I send something out, because I don't want to send one bar that says, oh, I'll take 1 bar of that. I don't want anyone ever saying that. I want them to be like, oh, these 3 smell great. I'll take a 6-pack, 2 of each, right? Or whatever it may be. It's always maximizing your opportunity wherever you can. Okay, so sampling in the heat. It's imperative that you keep your office on the go with you at all times if you're traveling. But be careful not to leave your testers in the car. I always have some sort of office on the go with me, whether that is create my packets, but they're usually for everything and whatever it is. So it's got the opportunity in it. It's got scent samples in it. Anytime the person's asking me like, oh, do you have a business card on you? I'm not just going to give that person a business card. I'm going to give her one of my packets pre-made up because it's got information about joining, about hosting. It's got scent samples in there. It's got either a catalog or a showcase brochure or a product list. I mean, all of my packs are loaded to let them see something else that I have to offer, whether that's the business opportunity or my hostess special, whatever it may be. And I'll say, you know what? I don't have a business card on me right now, but here, why don't you take one of my sample packs? Or my business card might be in one of my sample packs. And that's all you have to say and get it out. And then just say, you know what? Let me get your information. Text me really quick your name, and I'll put you in my drawing for my free giveaway this month. That way you're giving the sample packet out, but you're immediately getting her contact information so you can follow up 2 or 3 days later and say, hey, how do you like those? How did you like the scent circle in the sample pack? Or how did you like the smell of By the Sea, or whatever it may be? You have to have a reason to follow up. So keep that in mind when you've got your office on the go of what are you going to keep in there if you run across someone. You never want to be caught Scentsy naked, ever. I mean, if you are out and about and somebody is like, do you have a card, or do you have this? Always use your Amy app if you have nothing. And I have to shout out Rachel Schaefer. She's on here, and she is one of our directors at a Dad's Club baseball field right here where we live. And she's like, she said to herself the other day, she said, you know, if I'm going to go up there and work and in this booth, I am just going to bring my testers and make it look like I'm doing something. And it sure worked. This is exactly what I used to do back in the day. I would go to doctor's appointments and pull my testers out, and I would make it look like I was working. I even had one set where I would take every single time and I would act like I was sorting it or relabeling it. And it was the same thing that I do every time, because face it, people are nosy. When they have all those out, you're going to hear one of two things. Are those lipsticks? Nope, it's fragrance. Are you going to hear, what are those? They're going to ask one of those two things to you, and you have a way. That is your way to start a conversation with them. It doesn't have to be Scentsy right out the gate. A lot of times when they see that stuff spread out everywhere, they are going to do the talking first because they're nosy. People want to know what you have. Krista makes a very, very valid point. Bulbs, always carry bulbs. Somebody is always wanting light bulbs. So when you are your own hostess every single month, you can make sure, get some bulbs with your host credit and keep those in your office on the go. You can also do some fun themed party names on your website, like summer sale or sizzling summer sale. Do catchy names of different party types where if you're sharing your link, they'll see it. Or maybe it is a party that says summer or June or July, buy here, ask me about my host special. Utilize those titles. So if they're going to the PWS for traffic, it might spark a question to go, oh, well, what is your hostess special for July? So just make sure you're utilizing that as well. Okay, let's talk quick. Rachel, they thought my box was a Washer Whiffs was baby formula. That's hilarious. That's the best smelling baby formula I've ever seen. But it does. People think, and they're curious, right? So they want to ask. And I think it's just so smart because she ended up making sales that day while she was working and volunteering at another place. So you never know. It is really maximizing every opportunity and fitting Scentsy into your already busy life. When you can do that, it really starts coming full circle for you. Thank you for sharing that, Rachel. That's awesome. Okay, let's talk some summer products that might be some great marketing tips for you to share or advertise with people. Scent circles, I will tell you, in extreme heat in summer months, I'm not really a fan of the scent circles in general. I just don't think they last very long compared to other products that we offer. However, in the summer months, I find that the scent circles go even faster with fragrance when it's so stinking hot outside. So I like to tell my customers that, and I don't deliver it in a way where I'm like, oh, our scent circles suck. I mean, that's probably not a good way to deliver it, honestly, but you could just say, like I said a while ago, Our scent circles are great for a little temporary, short period of fragrance, especially in the hot months. But let me show you what I use, the Car Bar and the Mini Fan Diffuser. The set of those two together combined really, really give you long-lasting fragrance in your car that you can customize. So not only did I gear her away from a $3 product, I just gave her 2 items three technically, pods, Mini Fan Diffuser, and Car Bar. So 3 products that she has to buy now for the ultimate car fragrance. How many of you are traveling, going on road trips this summer with your family, right? We all know, if you have children, we know how that smells. With fast food, running through a drive-through, going through different truck stops, filling up, you want to make sure you've got fragrance. So you could promote any of those products. Room sprays are great to take on the go in truck stops and do little spritzes as you're going through. One of the best things that I love to do is when I'm traveling and going to a restroom is I will leave spritzes, spray in there, or pets in the car. Yes, Lisa. And I will actually leave my business cards on the back of the restrooms, on the toilets, in truck stops, or little packs where they can grab them. Travel tins are an awesome way to share the fragrance with people. With our travel tins, it has a scented gel inside. The more you open it, the more fragrant it is. So these are great for under the seat, where people that don't necessarily want something dangling from the rearview mirror. This travel tins are going to be a great option. The fragrance I think is the strongest and longest lasting in the travel tins is going to be our weathered leather. So you can tell people that as well. The Car Bar clip, the vent clips, you have an option to share and use that. If people are traveling through the airport, the room spray is perfect size in the quart size Ziploc bag to carry on the airplane. You can also put the scent pack in your luggage. It will fragrance all of your clothes. Clean Breeze is a great one to throw in your suitcase with your clothes, and it smells like fresh, clean laundry as soon as you open that sucker up. The Wall Fan Diffuser, if you know anyone that is camping or owns a camper or an RV, those Wall Fan Diffusers, which is a wax-free option using the pods, is a huge hit. If you target all of your people right now that own a camper or an RV, and maybe it's just one of your customers that has a bunch of friends that do it and they don't even necessarily do it, it's getting the network outside of where you already are. They could possibly lead you to some other people. And then of course the Mini Fan Diffuser, which I love. Just be careful of the heat of it not melting. Our Scentsy Go. This is a great option for people that want to travel and just take the portable fragrance with them to hotel rooms. I personally even travel with a Wall Fan Diffuser in a pod when I go to a hotel room. And I plug that sucker in, and every time the housekeepers come in, the maids come in to clean the room or change the bed or give us towels, she's like, what is that smell? It works every time. So even putting it in there when they're coming in to service your room. We can't forget about Rachel is Go-Go Mango all the way. She got me hooked on that Go-Go Mango scent. So we can't forget about traveling or outdoor summer, by the pool. Think about that. So you want your beach towels or your pool towels to smell wonderful. So that's where your laundry stuff can come into play. The pet shampoo or Freshen Up Pup. If the dogs are jumping in the swimming pool and start stinking, or in between, if you're camping and you still want the dog to smell great. So keep in mind about those kind of products as well. This one, I just thought it would be great because my friend Callie, all of y'all know Callie, is so sunburned right now. And so she got me thinking, everyone's out in the sun getting sunburned. Why not relax in some Scentsy soak with that sunburn, right? It's got Epsom salt, Himalayan salt, relaxing, soothing. It could help their little sunburn to help them relax. I was reading. I was like, what did I write? I couldn't even read my own handwriting. Jamie had told me this one earlier. She said, make sure you're telling people this summer, any of the on-the-go products, do not put them on their dashboard. anytime you have someone purchasing the scent circles, the fragrance flowers, they all contain oil. There is warning labels on all of our products. And so you want to make sure that anytime you sell a product to someone, if you will just tell them, hey, I wanted to let you know this does contain oil, make sure it doesn't touch anything. I've seen a picture where someone had a fragrance flower in a cubicle at their desk and it barely touched the monitor and ate through the plastic. So you want to be careful. It is oil. It will eat through anything. Our room sprays, just spray it up in the air and use as directed. So when you are telling people about this, they love the tips. They love the warnings and you're really knowledgeable of your products. Kimberly says, Scentsy Go is great for camping with the coconut lemongrass pods. They're great for mosquitoes. So lemongrass is known for preventive of mosquito bites. Krissa, I got a recruit at Reunion in Indianapolis because of a plug-in in our room. I believe it. Yeah, I'd never travel empty-handed anywhere I go. Oh, sorry, it's starting to lightning really bad. Oh, well, we'll see. And then I have always loaded up in the airport. If I'm going somewhere, you best believe I'll have my Scentsy Go going on the airplane and I'm like, oh, if somebody is complaining, I'll say, oh, I didn't know it was on. I must have hit the button. Nobody knows. Listen, they can all smell that fragrance. It's wonderful. Okay. Anybody else have some ideas? If you'll put them in the chat or unmute of what are some other summer fun things that you can think of where you would have an opportunity to talk to someone about hosting or fun themes maybe that you've already thought of, if you want to share something, or maybe it's something that you've done.
No.
I do either.
I can hear you, Kimberly.
Hey, I took my wax bars and instead of using my knife to chop it up, I went to Walmart and bought a cheap cheese grater, and that's how I've been taking and using to grate it up to send samples.
Okay, love that. That's very smart. Very cool. Thank you, Kimberly. Water balloon fight for the kiddos at a mama's party. That's smart. Any ideas on how to get folks to join when they're so busy during the summer months? So I will tell you, it's very easy to get people to join when there is a great party. It's hard where you're trying to convince someone to join the Scentsy business when that's what you're leading with. It would be like someone coming to buy a 6-pack of bars and you're like, want to join my team? It's just not the right time. There's got to be a tactful and proper way to invite someone to join your team. And so I feel like if you can find some really solid hosts and you can get the partying down to a science, if you are doing parties and you see a problem, for example, if people aren't filling out your Google form or your Jot form, that's a problem. You've got to reevaluate and change up your methods. You've got to, if people are not interacting on your post, you got to change it up. If it's not getting you results and it's not working and it's not creating results, you need to change it up. So if you can find someone to host just a fun summer party, whether that's a theme, whether that is just selling the car kits only to people or travel products. Once you find a really good host, it's very easy to say, why don't you just take this party, Denise? You can have the commission. They all are your friends anyway. They're going to buy more from you. Take these sales and we can use your host credits towards our host exclusive starter kit where it'll be zero out-of-pocket cost. It's really, and you'll make X amount of dollars, right? You just kind of share the opportunity with them with the awesome party that they've already done, and they can choose whether or not they want to take it. Now, if they don't take it, offer it to someone in the party. You can give that host exclusive starter kit to anyone. It doesn't just have to be the hostess. You can switch the names out of your host. But yeah, it's really getting a hold of the car travel themed parties, making it very easy for them to where they will party. I always take my Scentsy bag to family gatherings, such as birthday parties, because there's always a new people to expand my network. Eva, absolutely. My VIP group is focused on the go products, and I renamed my VIP group to Let's Go VIPs. How far does Scentsy go? Discussing how long the fragrance lasts, how to use it when on vacation, etc. That's a great, great idea, Logan, to focus just on one product. That's really cute, especially for the summer. And what a clever idea to rename that ever so often, right? Love, love, love that idea. Okay. Anybody else have something that they wanted to share? Or ideas for summer? How can you help? Oh, Rachel has her hand up. I didn't see. Rachel, do you want to come on here, babe? I bet you anything she's at the ball field. Jilly Sue recommended changing the name ever so often to change the algorithm. That's awesome. Love that idea. If you just want to unmute Rachel, if you want to come on, you totally can. Anybody else have some awesome summer tips?
Well, what I would do is when I have my grandbabies and my daycare kids, we take our Scentsy towels, and I have my rocking my Scentsy shades and my hat, and have the, now I bought them all since I have 8 of them this summer. And it's really hot out here in San Diego. I got those mini fan things so we could be sitting on our towel underneath the umbrellas doing that, or even at the pool, because we have a pool in our community where I live at, and just take our Scentsy, anything that has Scentsy on it, and use one of the coolers that has the Scentsy logo and take it to the beach and put ice in it and their little drinks and snacks and stuff. So that's another way to have people to see, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Your branding. That's so important. That didn't even cross my head an idea at all right now. That's a great, great idea.
And then we have those Scentsy water bottles inside the, inside the store. And then it's too hot to take like you said, wax or anything at the pool, but I can always take paperwork and start like making party packs or something at the poolside.
Absolutely. That's a great idea. Yeah, it's really just, especially if you're taking the kids to the pool or letting them swim, is taking some work where you can work in that chair and just off in the corner like that. I think that's a great, great idea. Anybody else have something they want to share?
Heather,
Yeah.
I saw someone had posted about scent circles because of the whole leaving it on anything, it could damage it or whatever.
Yes.
And they didn't want to give like that to their customers and everything. So what they did was they started cutting them into like little 4 slices of pizza, basically punching a hole in it and putting a tiny string on it, just so they know that it's not to be placed on like a surface or anything, but it's just more or less for the scent to be distributed instead of a scent circle that doesn't last long as much as
Yeah, and it has to stay on that rear view mirror. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Holly's packing for Disney right now, the incentive trip. She says, bringing my new popple to share my contact info with others. So that's cool. Great idea. Very cool. All right, anybody else?
I have another one.
I have another one. Kimberly, go ahead.
I went to the beach over in Hilton Head, South Carolina, and we rented a condo, me and my son did. So the day that I left, I took my Happy Mail packet and left it right there in the kitchen on the counter. So whoever comes in and cleans the condo will have that Happy Mail and be able to smell it. I left my contact and all in there.
Okay,
So
that's
maybe if they,
awesome.
go to hotels or something, they can leave it in a hotel, and then with their contact, and maybe they'll be able to get somebody.
Okay, that is a great idea. Thank you, Kimberly.
You're welcome.
Who else? Who else has got a great idea for summer sales and how to market?
If you're going to a family barbecue or a friend's barbecue, you can always ask if you can bring a game along and maybe do a bingo or something and have little giveaway bags with your information and some samples in there.
Yes, yes, great idea. Anybody else? And it really gets your mind wondering and thinking like, oh, what can I do? What can I do? Anybody else have an idea? So we'll see who else is on here. Okay, so what I've done, Eva, I'm gonna have to fix yours, Eva Meadows. So those of you, there is always perks. We usually do a fun drawing. So if you will, let me put it in here. Here is the email, your 3 takeaways from tonight's call. And you will email the subject line is going to be and then you want to email 3 takeaways from tonight's call to this email. I'm going to put it in the chat. And then
What do you mean by takeaways?
like what you learned, like 3 things that like nuggets, like that you're going to implement that you learned and maybe you're going to try.
Okay.
And you just have to email it by tonight because it's for everybody that's on live. So there it is. So the subject will be summer sales in your tagline. And you can do that. How many do we have on here? Elizabeth, I got you. Holly Armstrong.
I had an idea pop in my head, Heather. How about if, you know, how we get to family and how your families are, if you have a competitive family.
Yes.
So you can print out some of those, get 8 friends to buy 6 bars and make it fun and have something that, that they could win. And then each family has to take that home with them. And then I guess, see who all can get their card filled out first. And then, something like that, to have like a competition with your family.
Love that. That's a great idea. Because I'm telling you, we are one of those families that love like the friendly competitions and the fun games. We always do that. When we get together with the McCanns, we are the exact same way. We always do it. So I would be that person that would bring that. Okay, when you send me your 3 takeaways, I will respond with a fun little gift to you all for getting on the call tonight and hanging in to the very end. So I hope those that left, well, they're probably going to be kicking themselves. So let me show you what you're receiving. Sorry, the call is a little short tonight, but I was worried also if the power is going to go out with this storm that was bad in another area. So I was like, oh, we're going to speed this one up because I don't want to take any chances. Actually, let me just go ahead and make Eva Meadows really quick since I did the wrong. Oh, did y'all see that? The power just flicked. I just said that and it happened. No, no, no. We are not even doing that. Oh my gosh. I knew it was a bad storm. I was so scared. That's why I was like, I'm going to just make this so fast. Okay, Eva, I'm going to fix yours and then I'm going to show you this. So I believe just like Logan was sharing how Julie Sue said, it's important to change up things to change your algorithm. Well, I also feel like it is very important to do so with your looks and what you're trying to have for your marketing. And so Jamie Pilcher made this for us. And I thought, you know what? I was like, I want to make this to give a gift, and mine was not as cute as hers. And so Jamie did her magic, and I'm going to share my screen. So you all have a watermark that you can use for your overlay on images. You can take all the travel and products that we talked about and create an image and use this in the center. So here it is. I think it's really cute. So you've got the cars, RVs, campers, luggage, hotel rooms. So it's got your name, your phone number, and your PWS. So when you send me your 3 takeaways, I'm going to reply to your email with your own watermark that you can use for all of your summer stuff in your marketing for this this coming up summer. So June and July, even probably August, you can use that. So you all get one of those. If you are adopted and not on my team, please send me a private message with your name and your, well, it'll have your name when you message me. You won't need to do that, but with your phone number and your PWS. So make sure you send that to me. It pays for showing up. Those that show up go up and get rewarded. So thank you for joining us. Send me your private messages. Lisa, Shonda, I don't think I have yours either. If Lisa and Shonda will send me your info because I don't think I have that. And you guys take care. We'll see you this Thursday night on Thursday night shift. And I wanted to also let you know before we go, the opportunity nights we are not doing anymore. We're going to record a really good solid video that you can share. So it's just going to be easier than us coming live, taking up time where no one's showing up. It's only consultants that are wanting to listen. And then we're doing it too many times. So it's going to just go to a video that you can share with stories. All right, guys, y'all take care. I look forward to seeing your 3 takeaways, and we'll see you on Thursday night. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.